Hey everyone, hoping you had a good week and a good weekend. We're getting into the latter half of October now, and it's definitely feeling a lot more like fall here. We're getting that, I wouldn't say it's cold, but it's cooler. We had a really beautiful September, October, first part anyway, but a lot of rain. We're getting a lot of rain now, so it's feeling a little more fall like, which I'm actually totally okay with. I'm ready for that change. I love that change of seasons. That's a really great thing about where I live. We definitely have the four very distinct seasons usually. So I'm actually excited for that. So hopefully you're enjoying whatever weather you've got happening where you are. I'm excited to try. I don't think we've used this tarot deck before. I've had it for probably about a year, and I've used it personally quite a few times, and I do enjoy it, but it's the first time I think I'm sharing it with you guys, so I'm excited. It's called the Witch's Wisdom Tarot. Get a good look at it there. And it's by Phyllis Curott, and the artwork is by Daniel Barlow. So beautiful box. There we go. And yeah, we're going to kind of see, I get some really interesting messages from this one sometimes. So I'm interesting to share that with you guys. Yeah, so it's a big deck. It's got like, I can't remember how many cards. It feels more than the average 78 card deck. Okay, so it's a big card deck. So we're gonna give it a shuffle here, and just I'm really curious today to see what comes up. There we go. I'm just trying to think of what, like, in general, energy wise has been going on. Like last week was really busy. Like, I know I always say that, but like it was next level intense. And there were times where I was feeling a little bit of that. Okay, I think I might be at my max here a little bit. So I'm aware of that now, where I haven't always been. So I was feeling that for sure this past week. Just that mostly at work and even at home. There were, like, with my daughters and schoolwork and things like that. It was like I was in demand. And I mean, there's probably a part of me that absolutely loves that, but it can get to a place where you're like, oh, I just need a nap. I need a break, right? So I was feeling that energetically this week. I'm not sure if that resonates with where you were at, but I was feeling like, oh, yay, the weekend. Even though it was a short week for us, like here in Canada, we had that Thanksgiving, and it was a short week, but it just felt like extra. Just felt like there was extra. Okay, here we go. So I'm feeling that inspiration to go with this card. Let's see what it says. Okay, beautiful card. So 3 of Earth. And interesting. So we got the 2 horses, having a little snack there close to each other. Love horses. I mean, I grew up on a farm. We never had horses when I was there. I always wish we did. But they did get horses after I left off for university. But as soon as I saw this card, it made me think of where I grew up a little bit with, like, the countryside, and I love that feel. So that's interesting. Okay, so I'm gonna look that one up here. 3 of Earth, and I'm curious for any insights from the book. All right, so got lots of. There we are. Lots of cards means lots of pages in the book. Okay, we got it. 3 of Earth. Here we are. Sacred Site. That's the name of this card, Sacred Site. So it says wisdom. The land is full of enchantment. Magic has been woven into it over the ages, patterns repeated over generations. But we often miss what's hiding in plain sight. The ancestors and the Celtic Fae, they're fair folk, the fair folk, the Eyes City, I don't know if I said that right, and the Twilith Teg, hope I said that correctly, have all played their part and are here now among us, but unseen, and in the other world, which is but a step away. They are visible to those who have the eyes to see. The blue sludge in the eyes of the horses grazing among the primroses means they see. So it's like that. I get this impression, almost, it makes me think of the third eye, right? That center of inner knowing and intuition. Okay, tuning into that and trusting that. Okay. Um, if you ask respectfully, They may carry you to the other world. How you get back is another magic. Okay. Essence of the card: regaining sacred sight, spirit beings. Magic is afoot. Step outside your comfort zone. Oh, very intriguing. Okay, so getting the feeling of this, I don't know how to say it, like this extra energy. This, I love that phrase, the magic is afoot. So I definitely believe that everyone, like, we think, five senses, here we are. And I am a biochemistry background. I teach chemistry. This, like, I'm as left brain as they get, trust me. And I get that. We see what we see within that 400, 700 nanometers of the electromagnetic spectrum. I can talk to you all day about it. And we have, between roughly 20 to 20,000 hertz. We can hear those frequencies fairly well. Someone like me, maybe not quite as high in the upper ranges, but we have a range that we can perceive with our regular senses. But I definitely understand that there are those of us, for whatever reasons, right, that have perceptions maybe a little bit beyond that. So that is really interesting. Regaining sacred sight, spirit beings, magic is afoot. Step outside your comfort zone. So, like, would you be okay with perceive? So that's an interesting thought, right? Like, I've had this conversation with students before. It's like, could you imagine if you could see all, even of the electromagnetic spectrum, you see all of those types of energies, right? From radio waves all the way up to, like, X-rays and gamma rays. Could you imagine how that would be? It'd be like, whoa, that's a lot. And I had a student say that once to me. Like, I remember thinking, like, oh, that'd be really neat. And he was like, well, actually, miss, that would be like a lot. That would be really overwhelming, right? Like, it would be very distracting. And I'm like, I get that. I get that. It's really true. So, not to say that, perceiving other things is good or bad, but, like, would you, like, just, on an internal level, thinking about that, getting quiet, how would I really feel about that? So just kind of maybe opening up that possibility, even if it's just in, like, how would I feel about that, might be interesting to do. Okay. And then it has a little section here called counsel. In many ways, you're in a comfortable place in your life, but there are important things you're not seeing. Spend time in whatever bit of nature you can find, and your own nature will be better, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. So I can definitely talk to the science around this. We know this, right? Like, there's, forest bathing. This is like number one advice of, like, physicians, and for mental and physical and emotional well-being, is getting outside, get in nature, right? For whatever reasons, whether it's like, if you're more metaphysically oriented, you're connecting with those natural energies. So you're talking about, the Fae and some of those ideas, right? So you're out there connecting with that, and you're going to, parts of you that resonate with that are going to come online. And that can be absolutely amazing. Maybe opening that door a little bit towards that magic, right, that it was talking about. But even just, like, neurologically, like opening up in that way, just feel it, like, mindfully feeling where you are, feeling the breeze, grounding, feeling your feet connected to the earth, right? Being present in the moment, watching the trees blow in the wind, or if it's like, some rain or sunshine, whatever it is, just feeling that on your skin. Becoming present in the moment like that, we know, takes our minds out of those mind loops, right, that create that anxiety and all that. And when you're in the present moment and you're out of those, worrying, anxious kind of mind loops, the chemistry, right, in your brain and your body is going in a good place, right? You're like, good dopamine, serotonin, all those things that we love, right, that are really helpful, physically and mentally and emotionally in our body. You're setting yourself up with that good chemistry, right? So whether you want to look at it a very physical way of being outside, being in nature is very helpful, or maybe on a deeper energetic level, right? It's win-win for sure. So that is a great reminder for me. I do try and get outside at least, like, for a period of time every day, but that's a great reminder to keep doing that. And it says, you'll start to see the important magic of all. The divine is embodied. So when you see you're outside, and I've had this experience when I'm outside and I'm feeling the breeze, and I'm looking, like, you're really present. If it's hard because I know my mind loves to go all over. Really present with the sounds of nature and seeing nature, you almost get that sense of like a connection, that deeper connect, whatever that is for you, right? That deeper connection to all that's around you out in the natural world in that moment. So that can only be very, very beneficial, right? So love that. So just a little reminder with our Three of Earth card today, of that importance of connecting to the, the natural elements around us, whatever that is. Could be just like, sitting on your deck and feeling the sunshine on your skin, or maybe it's going for a walk out in your neighborhood, or if you're lucky enough to have some green space, going out and enjoying that. And then allowing that to connect you to that deeper, whatever that is, right? That deeper magic, and helping you to gain those deeper senses. And as I said, that sacred, perhaps tapping into that deeper sacred site, whatever that might be, right? So for me, when I think of that, I think of my intuition, that inner knowing, that little like, I feel like this is maybe a good way to go, or maybe not, right? And tuning into that and creating that quiet, present space for that to come up so that you can tune into that, and trusting that, right? We've all had those moments. I know I've had those moments where, yes, I had that feeling, that gut feel, whatever that was, that intuition. And I'm like, oh, that doesn't make sense. I'm going to go do this, right? And then it's always, oh, I really, looking back, hindsight's 2020, I really wish I had trusted that gut feel, right? That intuition, whatever that is for you. So some really good reminders there, about the importance of that. All right. I hope you've resonated with that on some level, and hopefully helps you as you move into the rest of your week. All right, everyone, take care. Bye.